year after a co-pilot purposefully crashed a Germanwings airliner in the French Alps, today French investigators released their report. Co-pilot Andreas Lubitz's actions on the flight from Spain to Germany killed all 150 passengers and crew on board. Doctors had treated him for depression, but Germany's privacy laws prevented them from disclosing his medical history to employers. Now investigators want changes in how the mental health of pilots is handled. Niger's reporter Maya Rodriguez joins us now with those details. Maya.
Yeah, well, Christine, French investigators who looked into the crash say that co-pilot should have never been allowed behind those controls. They say new rules are in order to require doctors to let authorities know when a pilot's mental health could threaten other people's lives. The crash in March of 2015 happened 30 minutes into the flight from Barcelona to Dusseldorf, when the pilot got up to go to the restroom and handed control of the aircraft over to his co-pilot, Andreas Lubitz. Psychiatrists in Germany have been treating Lubitz for depression, but he hid his condition from his employer. Investigators say the 27-year-old locked the pilot out of the cockpit and then crashed the plane into the French Alps. All 150 people on board died, including Robert Hansel Oliver's 37-year-old son, Robert.
There are certain laws that do not allow doctors to reveal information. They consider it confidential. But the big question is, how can you invade the privacy of a dead person?
And those laws are what's come under scrutiny since then. On Sunday, nearly a year after the crash, French investigators released their report about what happened. Their conclusion? Rules need to be softened when it comes to dealing with the mental health of commercial airline pilots.
Pilots, bus drivers, anybody who is taking other people's lives in their hands, that maybe they should be under more scrutiny. 9 News psychiatrist Dr. Max Wachtel says health privacy laws in the United States are strict, similar to what they have in Germany, and there's a reason for that. What does the employer do with that information?
For the families of those who lost loved ones on the Germanwings flight, they say the recommendations come too little, too late.
The great majority, to not say almost everybody, completely unsatisfied with the answers that were given and provided.
Now, Dr. Max also said not everyone who suffers from depression sets out to harm themselves or others. He also pointed out the recommendations say that employees shouldn't get in trouble with their employers when they are seeking mental health treatment. Christine.
And Maya, as this global conversation continues about mental health, I know that Dr. Max has said in the past that you really can't paint a broad brush with everyone that's suffering from mental illness.
You can't. And of course, this was a very unique situation. But again, it started that conversation. It is something that these investigators say needs to be looked at closely.
And I'm sure it will continue. Maya.